Harry slept in Fred and George's old room. Scarcely had he been asleep a moment, it seemed, before the door burst open with a slam, announcing the arrival of Harry's best friends, Ron and Hermione.
Harry, you arse-face, when did you get here?
Ron said, curling his arm around Harry's head and giving him a hearty, scalp-searing noogie. Friendly violence is how young men express intimacy in their friendships, because unlike women, they don't get it all out in kiss-practicing pillow fight parties, which we know you all do.
Ow!
Harry replied.
About 1 this morning.
How did the muggles treat you, Harry?
Usual. Tried to avoid them mostly. How was summer with your parents, Hermione?
Oh, nobody cares about them. They're dentists or something. So, you were off with Dumbledore, were you?
Hermione asked suspiciously.
Yeah. He wanted me to convince an old teacher to return.
Oh, we thought it had to do with you being the chosen one.
Ron?
I mean, the frozen one.
What?
No, wait. The chosen gun. That's it. Wait a tick. I'll think of something that makes sense in a moment. I'm not good at improv. I wish Hogwarts had some sort of arts program that included drama.
What's this about a chosen gun, then?
Said a young red-haired woman skeptically as she entered the room. Ginny Weasley, the youngest of the Weasleys, joined the group gathered around Harry on his bed.
Ugh, I could use a gun right about now. Something that involves projectiles to shut her up.
Her?
Harry's monosyllabic question was answered by what some religious theorists believe to be the first thing you see when you pass the pearly gates. An angelic young woman holding a homemade equivalent of a double Grand Slam breakfast. Fleur Delacour swept into the room with a ballerina's grace and set the breakfast Mrs. Weasley had lovingly prepared on the side table.
Harry! So, how you say? Lovely to see you, mon petit poisson de la nana.
Translated, my little pineapple fish. She kissed him lightly on each cheek, which burned the skin where her lips touched, partly because of the bee venom in her lip gloss.
See here, I had that tray well in hand,
said Mrs. Weasley, catching up breathless.
Of course, mon belle-mère. Oh, Harry, I am so, how you say, full of this sporting joy. Oui? It has been so boring here. There is nothing to do unless you like chickens, or doing things with your hands, or observing polite social graces.
Oh, sorry?
Though this last note was addressed to Mrs. Weasley.
But Harry, have you heard? Bill and I, we are to be, how you say, bound in these chains avec les balls, n'est-ce pas? We are to be married.
Oh, good!
Oui, then I will be able to sit around and eat bonbons and just let myself go. You understand, do you not, Belle-Mère Molly?
No idea, really.
Well, I will find something else to do. Adieu, Harry.
And with that, she floated out of the room on casters pulled by grips off camera.
She's so horrible,
Hermione observed when she was quite sure that Fleur was well out of earshot. Not that Fleur listened much when she was in earshot.
I don't know what Bill sees in that French airhead.
Well, in her defense, Fleur was smart enough to do well in the Tri-Wizard tournament.
Yeah, right smartish, that one.
Well, I'd like to see her solve a riddle to save someone she cares about.
She did.
Yeah, the mermaid egg riddle to find a sister.
Yeah, but she's so disgustingly skinny.
No skinnier than you.
Yeah, but at least I don't starve myself.
She doesn't starve herself, Ginny. I remember seeing her eat an entire 12-inch eclair in one sitting. Vividly.
Why didn't you just take a picture then?
I did. Several.
And what's with that accent? Oh, Harry, I am so full of fromage and baguettes.
Well, she's French, isn't she?
Yeah, well, she's difficult to be around.
We're not denying that. We're just saying that some of your criticisms aren't exactly valid.
Do you mind? We're trying to villainize someone?
Yeah, Harry, we don't need your facts.
Honestly, boys.
At that moment, Mrs. Weasley's head poked into the room.
Ginny, dear, I need your help with lunch. It's getting a bit difficult, and if I don't have someone else to help me with it, I may slit Lunch's throat and bury it in the turnip patch.
Oi, I'm talking to this lot, aren't I?
I don't care. Move your oars.
Fine! We'll talk more about phlegm later at our kissing practice pillow fight party, Hermione. Guten Tag!
Ginny said, whipping her hair around and mock floating out of the room in a perfect imitation of Fleur. Well, perfect except for getting the language wrong. Left alone, Ron and Hermione turned again to Harry.
So, about this frozen gun business.
Harry inspected his spork, a utensil so useful it could only have been forged by the most benign of magics.
The prophet has it right. The prophecy was about me. Neither can survive while the other lives in that. I'd rather not talk about it just now.
We need to talk about this, Harry. Nothing's going to keep us
Dumbledore said our results would be coming today.
And with a squeal of nervous glee, Hermione shot out of the room, leaving a Hermione-shaped hole in the wall beside the door.
Later, then.
Yeah.
Harry dressed, and he and Ron rejoined the others in the kitchen shortly, where they found Hermione dancing nervously in place like a sugar-charged child who really has to go to the bathroom, but can't use their words.
Oh God, oh God, oh God, I hope I did well. I know I failed ancient runes, I just know it. I'm sure I cocked up arithmancy. And as for transfiguration, oh, think of all the time I could have spent getting slightly higher grades if I weren't so busy saving the wizarding world from disaster with you lot. All of my self-worth is dependent upon grades from standardized tests. If I do poorly, I may as well just kill myself.
Oh, shut up! Clock!
Just then, the OWLs arrived with their owl results. Wait, rewind, reverse that. Everyone did better than expected, but Harry only got an exceeds expectations in potions. Without an O, he would not be able to advance to any WT levels, and thusly become an Auror. Who would have figured that he would have done so expectation-exceedingly horribly in a class taught by a man who hated him on a personal level and never tried to motivate his students? Harry put on a happy face, though, and rejoiced with the others over their results. And so ends Chapter 5. All characters and source material are copyright 2005 J.K. Rowling. Harry Potter characters, names, and related indicia are trademarks of and copyright Warner Brothers. Now everybody, laugh like a Frenchman.
God, I'm so tired of this crap. I think I'll just detonate myself in the Death Eater's headquarters and get it over the fuck with.